Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Parsifal, I also go by Will, and we are here with another rant video because I have opinions on something. Footage in the background is art of my character Reagan, and I don't really have much to say about it except I was drawing her, and so I drew her full body because the only reference I have of her was from a doll maker. She's just kind of an NPC I had for a campaign, so I just whipped her up in a doll maker, and now she exists. Shrug. So for the actual rant, as per usual, I will be shouting in this, so if you would rather just mute it and watch a speed paint, put on your own music, that's also fine. So regarding this topic, I don't know what this video is going to be titled right now, but I know that some people have some strong opinions on this. Mostly older people, but like some younger people too. And that is that general topic is texting while walking. It's also especially different depending on like people who live in cities versus people who live in rural areas, etc., etc. So I understand that if you run into people while you're texting and you're walking because you're not looking where you're going, that's an issue. But there is a difference if you know where you're going and you are following the rules of traffic. And you know what? Let me start from the beginning here. So, I have said I work in a mall. I walk home or I drive home, but I usually walk home because I could use the exercise and it's not that far from my house. So, I have a route that I go through the mall and back home to. And one of the easiest ways to get out of the mall is to go through a Macy's. And I walk in a straight line through the Macy's on the path. It is a straight shot from the door to the other door. It's not like exactly a straight shot, but there's a very clear walking path you can follow. And I have walked this path for 3 years. I know where I'm going. I know where their layouts are. I know that if I follow the tile path, I'm not going to run into anything. And because I grew up in suburbs and went to a city regularly, I know that there is a foot traffic path, and normal foot traffic follows the same logic as car traffic. You walk on the right. You go up the stairs on the right. You go down the stairs on the right. You don't swap it. You stick to the right because that is most people's driving experience, and road traffic follows the same rules. I don't know if that's different in the UK because the roads are different. I don't know if that's different elsewhere. But at least in the US cities that I grew up in, which is Chicago, and I also spent some time in New York, though I didn't spend time in like major city New York for a long period of time, but in the suburbs where I was at, foot traffic is on the right. And 3 times this month, I have had some asshole get in my way while I am walking when I am also texting and say, watch where you're going. And listen, I get it. If I was about to run into them and I had been on the left side, or if I was swerving, or if like it was very clear that I hadn't seen them and they had been walking directly toward me, I would understand. I get it. But every single freaking time this has happened and someone goes, watch where you're going, it's because this 60-some-year-old person has come up from the side and is walking on the left side of the path for them and clearly was getting in my way, not their way. I was walking in a straight line following the freaking footpath. I don't care if I was looking down at my phone and texting. I was walking in a straight line, and I knew where I was going, and I was not in anyone's way. I was not going to bump into a fixture. I was not going to bump into a person because I can see people in front of me. It's just that my peripherals, because I have glasses, are not so good. If you step in front of me from the side and you tell me, watch where I'm going, no! You watch where you're going! You have working eyes and legs. It takes two people to make a crash, and if I'm not looking, I should freaking hope that you're looking. Why are you walking on the left side of the footpath? Why are you stepping in front of me from the side? Why are you the one walking weird? I am walking in a perfectly normal, predictable method. What's wrong with you? Like, again, and this is not to say that people should, like, always always be texting and never look where they're going, or that people who are texting are never wrong in running into things or people. But, like, the only reason that they are doing this, from my perception, because they are the ones who are getting into my walking path, is because I am 5'0" and they think I'm a teenager who can be easily bullied. And no, I'm not putting up with that. I know where I'm going. Just because you perceive me as not being able to see where I'm going doesn't mean that you get to rag on me because you think that I'm a, like, bimbo airheaded teenager who has no concept of physical space around me. I can see people. What I can't see is people getting in my way when they come up to the side, because, shocker, I don't look to the sides when I'm walking straight forward. I look ahead of me. So, yeah, I have a big issue with people who are like, watch where you're going. And logically, I know that most of this is just because I'm in a Macy's walking out towards the door, and these are Macy's customers, so of course they're going to have sticks up their butts. But, like, Jesus, I'm so mad. Like, I get that you don't like technology and you think that all teenagers and millennials are brainless morons, but maybe you should use your goddamn eyes to watch where you're going. Anyway, what do you guys think? Have you had an experience like this? Do you think it would be different if I hadn't, memorized this route for 3 years? Do you think I'm totally in the wrong here? Like, tell me your experiences. I would genuinely love to hear it. I know that this is a rant and therefore I am angry, but, like, if you genuinely have different experiences and you're like, no, Will, I think that this might actually be a hazard to people, like, let me know. Assuming that you're not saying that this is a hazard to, like, people who are blind or deaf, because obviously if that is the case, like, I would be in the wrong there. I acknowledge that. But none of these people were in that situation. They're all angry old boomers who just don't like the fact that I was texting. But yeah, no, tell me about your weird stories about people who think that you don't have fucking eyes because you are multitasking while you are walking somewhere. Yeah. Thank you for joining me with this video. I will send you guys to the outro. Bye-bye. Well, that's the end of this video. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section, or contact me on any of my social media, which is linked in the description below. I also have my Patreon there if you guys want to throw a monthly donation at me. Thanks so much for your support. I'll see you next time. Bye!